Okay, so what happens when you give a teacher who works full-time, all-time, a mother of 5 very young children, a summer to dream and to step into a little bit of her dreams, just a little bit of small time? That means kids are in camp, I drop off, I get to go back home and then step into the best version of myself. So number one, you move your body, put in some workouts a little bit, you get to sweat it out and, enjoy. And also you sit on a project that you hushed away years ago. You sit on a project, you finally like pull out the file of a project that you once upon a time you hushed years ago, okay? When I was younger, I always was obsessed with Elul. Even single, I was that person that would head onto the beach and like do slichot at any hour to the beach because I really, really love this time of year, sincerely. And so this summer, I went ahead and I created a book. Yes, it's called Found in the Field, and it's a daily companion to the days of Elul.
And you have to follow on Instagram. By the way, we have to.
I made it. I made this. I have some if you want after, but this is not a promo video. So I just want to let you know. I just want to let you know that I just felt that we have a daily companion for everything. We have Lashon Hara daily companion, anything that is like special, or we have a daily companion. But these days, I don't want to just show up when the shofar blows and scramble the words and try to make sure that my kids are quiet to find, like, this is the moment. Shofar blows, Rosh Hashanah, everything is being, decided, we're crowning, we have all these thoughts going on. I don't want to rush. So my Rosh Hashanah starts now. And so I'm inviting you ladies to do the same with me, because I don't know if we're busy at home, but holiday, just back to school, Elul is just busy. It's scheduling, it's organizing, it's. So I said to myself, no, Rosh Hashanah for me is going to start now. And so I made a daily companion into every single day. It has a small Hasidic insight, and then it has prompting, really reflective prompting questions. And then it goes ahead and guides you with beautiful image pictures. So this is my journal, and we're going to dive in. We're going to dive right in because we're a little bit into Elul, and I want to jump into it. This is highly inspired by Rabbi Simon Jacobson. His daily companion, the 60-day travel into the daily companion, was my holy grail. Like, there's my sitter with all my tears, and then there's his book, which is like falling apart. So I had asked him permission this year. I said, listen, I love your book. I want to take this section a little bit of Elul, give it a little bit of a feminine touch. Do I have your blessing? And he said, please. So I got the blessings to make this book, and I'm really excited to share it with you girls a little bit because that's me. Yeah, it's okay. I don't. It's fine.
No, because
because Baruch Hashem, I'm also very involved with like the Lealot Miami also. So you're going to see some of my stuff in the Lealot Miami. So I'm excited. Thank you. So Elul, okay. Let's start from the top. Okay. A lot of this is taken from Chassidus, especially from the Alter Rebbe's Mamar and Sichas from the Rebbe, highly inspired. And I just think that if we could touch a little bit of this Elul, it's going to take us really far. And it's going to change our holiday experience if we just show up for it. Okay, that's what Elul is. It's really showing up. So let's start with the story, because that's what it begins. Okay, I'm sure you've heard of the very famous analogy of the king is in the field. Found in the field is because the king is in the field and he actually finds us. So that's why I titled it Found in the Field. The Alter Rebbe goes ahead and says a story, and he said, imagine a king that for a very long time went traveling in a far destination and finally is making his way back to his palace. Before he goes ahead and he mounts his throne once more, before he goes ahead and enters his kingdom, which is reserved, which is really saved for the ministers and the people that are in here, he stays in front of his kingdom, looks around to his peoplemen, and feels like he just wants to greet the people accessibly. Before I go up to my kingdom, it's like really lahavdil, but like just to give us the idea. President Trump comes to Esther Sibon's house and he says, listen, before I go out to the White House, I want to stand in front of the White House and I want to greet everybody. I want to be accessible to you without petitioning for a private audience, without asking to have this one-on-one time and going through all my ministers and without all the levels. I want to stay here and I want to be accessible. I want to be accessible, available, disponible. I can also speak French. I want to be accessible. I want you to feel a presence, and I want to be here in the rawness of just you. Now, the Alter Rebbe goes ahead and says he's accessible because he comes, before going into his palace, he comes to us. We're in our work clothes. We're, if the shaitel's on, right, great. We're in our most vulnerable, and yes, Rosh Hashanah, we suit up. We put in our most finest things, but that's Rosh Hashanah. In Elul, we're where we are. He meets us at our most vulnerable and just minimal state. The king is in the field means don't come all scared. Don't come all transformed. Just come with all your parts. He comes to meet us now in our raw, authentic self. And that's why the energy of Elul is so big. All of a sudden, the creator of all the world, who is the father of all kings, the ruler of everything, wants to meet me in all of my broken parts. He wants to meet me where I'm holding right now. So the real question should be, and you should ask me this question, really, if Elul is a time that has such a divine energy, why is it not written in any of the holy books? We don't, only after do we kind of get a glimpse on Elul. Why don't we find anything about Elul now? Like, why is it not even a holiday time if the energy is here, that Hashem Melech Batzadeh, that the king is in the field? We should really, like, every day should be like a Yom Tov. Hashem said, no, I reserve that for Rosh Hashanah. I reserve that for Yom Kippur. Today, where you're holding, where you stand, this is where I want to see you. This is where I want to meet you. And so when we start and we begin with that, we're already coming into the month with the right perspective. Now, I'm going to take it to the next level, and then we're going to do an exercise, but I'm going to hold your hand through this exercise because I want to tell you, when I did this exercise, it broke all of my parts. And I'm not here to break all of our parts. We just want to do the work in Elul, okay? So we established that there's accessibility. We established that Hashem is in the field, that Hashem is here, he's ready, he just wants us to show up. And it's all about just showing up. But when we show up, okay, now what? We need to take an initiative. Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li are the acronyms of Elul. I just need to show up. So I initiate. Here I am. I've come to a class this morning on a mini series of Elul. I want the transformation. I want the change. I want to break the habits. I want to transform it. I want to take it to the next level. Hashem, I'm here. You're here, he says. Great, you're here. You did the initiative, Ani Ledodi, right? Ani Ledodi, V'Dodi Li. And now I respond. And Elul in Aramaic means the first step we're going to do, now that you showed up in the field and you're here with me, is we're going to go searching. And Elul in Aramaic means to search, to go searching. What are we going to go searching for? What are we going to go searching for? We showed up. Step one, check. We showed up. Ani Ledodi V'Dodi Li. We're going to go searching. But what about ourselves? Yes, to learn. What else? But searching has a connotation, right? When you search for something, what does it mean? Lacking or?
Yeah, what we did during the year, I mean, the lacks and the mistake.
The mistake. Okay, so that's the lacking. But if we lost something, it's because if we searching for something, it's because we lost it. We lost it. When you go searching for something, it's because you once had it.
But we want to make a progress.
We want to make a progress. Okay, so we could search for a better level. But in Elul, the Aramaic connotation, when we look into the text, is that we go searching for something we've lost. We go searching for something we lost. So the next question should be, what did I lose? What did I once have that I lost? That's all a question that we sit on by ourselves. What did I once have that is so dear to me that God comes into the field for us to have a conversation? What did I lose that now I need to go searching for? Share your answers.
How do you say that in English? La semejanza. How do you say that?
Any other Spanish thinking?
Semejanza.
Mirroring. Yeah, porque he creates as he.
Yes,
creó
yes.
Como él.
Yes.
A veces,
Yes.
I didn't born in a religious house.
Yeah.
So I started learning like recently, everything, like 8 years ago, a little bit by little, but now more this 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn more. Like, how do you say semejanza?
Like,
Spiritual.
like mirror, like your,
The mirror, yeah.
hi. No, she's really onto something right now because she's saying, I didn't grow up in an environment that was very, let's say, Torah engaging. But now all of a sudden I've been learning for the past 2 years. And in the last 2 years, you're recognizing that
Likeness.
likeness. Oh, like a likeness. So like the same thing, a similarity. That's a good similarity.
He created us as he, so I'm trying to be more
Like him. So now my question's like this. Now for the last 2 years that you finally feel like you're engaged in Torah, do you feel like you're finding something new or something that was always there, but now it's just surfacing?
It's always there, but it was, I didn't.
So what is that called?
That's
That's called finding.
yourself.
So when I'm trying to make a differentiation, right? She says, right, it's okay, Jackie, that I'm using her example. She said that for the last 2 years, she didn't grow up in such an upbringing that enlightened all this. And then all of a sudden, for the last 2 years, this is elevating you. All of a sudden, you feel like, wow, this is talking and resonating with you. That means that if it's touching you, it's because once upon a time, it was there. So it's not new, it's found.
Yeah, I found.
It's not brand new, it's restored. It's restored. And when we say Elul is to search, is because once more, you're not going to look for something new. You're going to look for something that was and that got covered up in so many ways. So let's take it through with a story, okay? I love this story Rabbi Jacobson said.
Sometimes we have a good resolution in Elul that we have to keep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's not-
Absolutely. So resolution is a beginning. There is a sense of newness. We're coming to Rosh Hashanah, so there is a renewal, but a renewal of what was or what got lost. Right? So let's start from the beginning, okay? God placed in us a holy part of him. Don't take this like a bumper sticker. This is not a bumper sticker that we just shot on. This is real. There is a part of you that is godly because it was blown in from him. So please understand, because it's the only way we can move forward, you are divine. There is divinity in you. What happened to this divinity? It needed to fit a suit. So let's talk about the story of Yankel. Yankel came to a tailor and he said, I need the perfect suit. And I'm going to get up because you need a representation of this. And the tailor comes in and he tries on the suit and he said, okay, but like the sleeve is too short. So the tailor said, listen, it's good to stretch a little bit. And it's great to just stretch your hand a little bit. It's good for your motor. It's good for your strength. He says, yes, but okay, but hold on. The shoulder pad is a little too high. And he's like, okay, so then stretch up your shoulder, pull up your hand. It's a good stretch. It's good for your body. It's good to like extend that movement. But the pants, it falls too short. So he goes like, come in. French or English? French, right here. So the pants goes up and all of a sudden, like I have to kind of extend my leg for it to fit. Okay, no, it's fine. And then he sees the waist is a little bit too out, and he's just like, stretch your hip. At this point, this is how the suit is fitting. So the man walks out because he's convinced that he needs to wear this suit. And another man sees him and he says, you know what? What a great tailor. He even was able to tailor to the crippled. He was able to tailor to the crippled man. Look at that. This tailor is so smart and so good that he was able to make a custom suit for a crippled man. What does this mean on a psychological level? Because once we can understand this, we can extremely transform our essence. Again, we are all of us have a part of God. This part loves. This divine part trusts. This divine part wants good, wants more, wants growth, wants connection, wants renewal, wants love, wants, give me more adjectives. It wants goodness. It comes from goodness, so essentially it wants goodness. What happens? We come down to this world and we're trying to fit a suit. Psychologically, maybe when I was younger, I learned not to trust. And by learning not to trust, then I go through my relationships and I shelter. I create barriers. I create coping mechanisms, also that I don't have to trust. But in essence, my divine soul that was untouched, untamed, never molded and shaped, wants trust. This soul of mine that is godly wants love, wants compassion, wants empathy. But the problem is that once we came into our psychological beings, life happened, challenges touched us in a deep and profound way, and it reshaped what our soul looks like, all to fit a suit. We became Yankee in the suit. Yankee, his name, I called him Yankee in the store.
They have everything, the clothes and everything, and they start.
Yes. Society told us in order to make it, you might need a people please. And so we became people pleasers. Our challenges started to reshape the initial form of our divine soul. And now our whole life feels like we want to reclaim it back. We're constantly running emotionally to reclaim that divine part that was never touched. And in Elul, we go searching for it. Now, let me tell you, it goes through so many layers that sometimes we have such a hard time finding it again. Because, life happens, challenges take a toll that we don't even know if we could go back to finding that initial piece. So all hope is not lost. We will find it. In Elul, we go searching for it. But I'm going to cue you in, and I have a doctor sitting right here, so it's great. I'm going to cue you in on how you can know that your soul is fitting a suit that doesn't fit you and that's not serving you. One thing for sure, and you're going to tell me, the body doesn't lie. The body doesn't lie. I'm going to share you a story, and it may be too much TMI. The body, Luca, it never lies. You could be hushing away all of your emotions, but your body will always mirror to the fact of what you're sheltering. Your body will not lie. It is your biggest indication of anything that you are trapping or any toxins that you are holding. For a very long time, I'm sorry that this is too much information, but for a very long time, I couldn't go to the bathroom. I couldn't go to the bathroom. Now, I'm very much too young to be doing colonoscopies as a procedure, and I have to, because I could stay without relieving myself for like 16 days, 17 days without being provoked. And so I could go speak to the doctors. I can ask all of the specialists what's going on, but the real work I needed to do is what is blocking me? What am I holding on to that doesn't allow me to relieve myself? So happens to be, by the way, for those that don't know me, I had 5 children in 5 years. So the colon, did a lot of shifts with all of my births. So yes, it kind of like constipated, whatever. But recently, my oldest son, who is the biggest one, I think, that looks like me, was not able to go to school. He stops at the door. He just started 2nd grade, and he says, "Mommy, there's too many kids. I'm too scared. I can't come in." This created a complete block in me. What, my son was not going to go to school? My children, what, I'm going to homeschool my kids, but I can't. I have to go working. I have to do all this stuff. I was like anxious, and my husband was like, "Chill. Can you chill? Like, why is your anxiety level like skyrocketing?" I'm like, "No, you don't understand. I saw him in front of the class. He froze. He's scared. And it's my child. It's my first experience that I had this." I tried everything. I tried a buddy system that he should go up with a friend. I stayed there for 2.5 hours. He has school on Sunday, 2.5 hours. He's like, "Mommy, they're going to look at me. They're going to stare at me. They're going to be embarrassed." You break. Your child's telling you this. You're broken. But your children are your biggest lesson in life. Let that be known. And my therapist once told me, if you want to understand anything in your life, you'll see it through your children. Or you'll see it through your experiences. But my son was telling me exactly that you feel blocked. And now he is a manifestation of a blockage. Can't get into class. And I feel blocked. I thought of everything. The school necessarily wasn't helping me. I'm not going to say what school it is because now we're all on, but the school was not helping me. And I said, you know what? There was one teacher that really made him that had an impact on him. And that's the teacher of last year. So I asked her, I said, please, I'm going to come the earliest to school. I'm going to be there pronto. Please take him into class. Maybe he will transition because there was no orientation. Maybe he'll transition from you to his class and know that it was fun. Happened to be his birthday also that day. So I prayed and I prayed. And by the way, when we don't know, don't go asking all that. First, start with prayer. It's my takeaway. If nothing is given in this class, remember the prayer, you start with prayer. I really davened. I said, Hashem, please. He's my son. It hurts me. You see the anxiety that it's causing me. Please bring him into class. Please, I want him to learn. I don't want the school. And what happens is it's like reinforcing the negative behavior because he comes home every day. They don't want to babysit him at school. She took him. She said, leave, get out of here. You're crutching him. Go. I was waiting patiently in the car for that text from her. I see her name. My heart drops. She tells me he's in class. He's fine. End of the story. And I'm sorry again for all those that are here. After 18 days of not being able to naturally go to the bathroom, the body doesn't lie. If you feel that you're having some kind of back tension, if you feel like you're having some kind of tenseness, it's because you're holding something emotionally in that the body is not going to run away like you're running away from it.
But you were like that because he
was just my anxiety.
But you need to see.
What? Oh, I'm not done my work. Oh, yes. We're still searching.
It's the one that needs to.
Yes.
You know.
No, so he's working and I'm working.
In which part of your body you get the.
So you know what? It's a good exercise. Try to get to an equilibrium. It says like try to get to an equilibrium, like you know, like ground your 2 feet, and sometimes even think like, where in my body do I feel my energy is holding the most right now? It's something that taught me that really like got me to be very more aligned. It's very hard because my mind, I'm like a personality that my mind is racing always so fast. I'm always on to the next thought. Definitely tell. I'm a teacher sometimes, and this is to go to the bathroom. This is to go to the bathroom. This is to drink water. They have a thing to me to slow down because even as a teacher, I'm racing all the time. So when I'm in my state of pause, my state of intention, and I'm looking for an alignment, I try to even feel out where in my body my energy is holding the most. To kind of see like where am I storing all of my.
But you know that everything that happens to a person, that you something when you feel or you think is all that comes for your ancestors.
Absolutely. It could also be generational.
Blocking you for so many
Oh my
years.
gosh.
Family.
And Jackie, we're getting there. Here, you're at my punchline here.
Different life.
Yeah.
You had before.
So listen, I want to say that there is that spiritual element, but sometimes I don't like to go there. You know, yes, maybe we are all a reincarnation of something, but I'm going to complicate my mind. I'm here. I'm in this world. I'm in this moment. What can I do right now? Right? So my first indication in what we're going searching is to first listen to your body. Your body.
Right.
Find a quiet time. I'm saying really when everybody's sleeping and you have a moment for yourself and just connect to your body.
But you
See-
know, the movement, the Jewish movement, when we have the cleaning for Passover and everything,
Yeah.
we don't listen.
So that's why I said first thing is neutralize, stabilize, find an equilibrium, and try to think where your body is holding tension.
Yeah.
Let's start there. And that's also opening the channels to a deeper thing, okay? So just to reiterate, we all have a divine part in us. Life happens and we try to fit in a suit. This suit wants good, but we don't hold on to this suit because of societal pressures, because of background, because maybe even sometimes it could be good or it could be bad, but you were taught as a very young child certain things from your parents that maybe today doesn't serve you anymore. That's true. When Avram was told Lech Lecha from different places, his birthplace was something. His city was something. Societal pressure is another way of conforming to the suit. And we so badly don't want to hold on to it because we much rather show up in a suit or not show up in all of our parts. But again, Elul says, I don't want you to come all festive. I don't want you to come all in your beautiful clothes. I want you to come with all of your parts The Alter Rebbe says the field is all of your parts, all of your broken parts. Come raw, come as you are. Now that you've showed up, the work begins. The work begins. Okay? I'm going to give you another story. Elul is a beautiful time.
No. We are like oil gadol, we go.
At Yom Kippur, if we start the work now, we're not even like at the end of the conversation, we're in the middle of the conversation. At that point, you're reborn. If we start now, if we start the work now, if every day we could take a moment of intention of Elul now and do some healing, when the shofar blows, I'm continuing the conversation. I'm not even trying to scramble words. Refuah shlema for this. I'm already done the work. And I show up more intentionally. Okay? So again, we're a part of God. We lost that. We tried to fit into a suit. We want to regain that part. And so now we go searching. Now we go searching. I'm going to tell you another. I said Yankel. I'm going to call him now Shimon. Shimon lost his keys. Shimon lost his keys. And he goes under a lantern looking for his keys. Reuven comes up to him and says, Shimon, what are you doing? He says, I lost my keys. And he said, where did you lose your keys? He said, oh, closer to the shul. He says, closer to the shul, that's 2 blocks down. Why are you coming here to look for your keys? And he's like, well, this is where there's the light. But you lost your keys 2 blocks down. Why are you coming to where there's the light? You know why? Because sometimes we need to go into the places that are dark to find what we lost. Sometimes we need to go to the places that are really, really dark to find what we lost. That suit that we're conforming into is maybe because a little me lost it, and now I want to regain it, but I don't want to expose my vulnerable self because it's too hard. I rather look crippled in my suit than go into the places that seem too dark.
So many people are like that and they don't want to do the work. And who are we to make them do the work?
Right.
I mean, you doing the work, obviously, we are because we're here, but a lot of people are
Right.
not here. And
so thank God, I always say that Hashem doesn't have any grandchildren because there's no second. We have a connection with God, just like that person has they have a journey. I have a journey. I don't interfere. Sometimes let's say, no, because let's say, I'll tell you like this. Let's say I have a journey and I'm taking it to a level and it's a deep inner healing. Elul really feels like a meditation of healing. It's a healing month. You could be healing some wounds, but you know that maybe your husband or maybe your children or whatever is not doing the same work. You are not their God. You can't interfere with their journey.
Like I married someone that is religious and all his family is religious, and that's how I became
Beautiful.
like this, and I love it and I study and everything. And okay, but my whole family, they married Jewish people, but they're not religious. And every time I try to tell them that this is the way, they don't hear me.
You know why? Because they have to know it's so common, right? This is like maybe in every
Interfere a little bit more, so they go to this same way that
you can always share your truth, but you can never impose your truth.
No, of course.
Right?
I don't think the way, because my family's not either, and my husband isn't either, we're just like us. And I don't think I would never, my daughters will, but I would never tell my friends, no,
Right.
you
No,
can't.
I
Right.
cannot. I'm sorry, like I invite my mother to come here to hear.
You know how you can invite them? Show them how excited you are towards this transformation, and then they're gonna be like, I want to be that passionate.
No, I'm like that.
You know,
I
it's
buy
palpable when-
books, like I buy books for
Right.
them and things,
Right.
but it's so interesting that I see it. I see it very clearly that this is the way. And so many people.
It's so hard.
So many people are lost, very.
Very lost. But it's their journey.
Yeah.
Hashem doesn't have
Yeah.
grandchildren. He doesn't have a stepdaughter. He also, just like he's fathering you, he's fathering them. Right? He has a connection with them, just like we have a connection. He brought you to this level. They're holding there. Don't worry. Hashem got them. That should give us a little bit of ease. Like, sometimes we really do want to get everybody on the bandwagon. Like, oh my gosh, I heard listen to the best year. Did you hear about it? I have to share. And they don't show such an
When
interest.
you see something that is struggling and you see things very clearly, you want to help them because it's at least your
Yes,
family, the
yes.
one that are closest
Yes,
to you,
yes.
so you don't want them to see,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. No, it is difficult, but also understand that they're journeying and God is guiding them. God is guiding them and God is guiding you.
Okay.
And Mir Hashem, but again, share your passion. There's nothing, what we're doing right now is I'm sharing you my Elul experience so that it's palpable for that Elul could be exciting for you as well. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Okay, so let's go back. We're back to the Reuven and Shimon. Is that the name I gave him? Reuven and Shimon. Reuven and Shimon, he wants to find his keys. He has to go into the dark. Okay? So it's not so fun to go into the dark. But sometimes to find what you lost, and again, let's go over this. What did we lose? What did we lose?
Ourselves.
A part of ourselves. A part of ourselves that was never touched and was raw and original and part of God. We lost that, right? We lost that. We want to regain that. Sometimes we have to go in the dark places to find it because we're not finding it under the light. We're fine under the light. We need to go into the dark to find it. Okay.
Is it totally like untouched, or did it just get distracted with our lives? You know what I mean?
It got distracted with our lives. It got punched to the floor with our challenges. It now created a different shape because of our coping mechanisms. And in essence, it lost its essence. Think of the example of trust.
I think we had it when we were like a child.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's not like it was never untouched. It's just that
It was molded.
it kind of.
But the child is the best representation of the rawest form. The child trusts. Anybody that hands out his hand, he will grab and he will hold that hand. The child loves. The child feels all of the emotions in the most authentic way possible. If I'm tired, you will feel that child tired. If I'm hungry, that child will express itself that he's hungry. That was our soul.
But isn't it different every year? Like
Yes.
It's a new renewal every single year that needs to be resparked. Like you could have had it like 3 years ago, and then based on your experience of that year, your challenges that
Oh my gosh.
Hashem gives you.
And you know
then
what's the sad part of
test it
that?
Again, and then you have to
It's
So-
shelling and shelling and shelling. And sometimes
get stuck.
there's so much shelling to it that sometimes we don't even have the capacity to reach back to its essential state. And it's so hard. It's so hard. But again, Moshe tells us in the Psukim, he actually tells us, this is all part of Torah. He tells Bnei Israel, he says, you lost something, now go and look for it where you lost it. That means, yes, you could have years of shelling. You have years of crippled suits. You have years that your whole body shifted.
But then sometimes you find it, and then you lose it again, and then you have to go back and find it again.
So you know how you know that
It's
you
like
know, no, you know how you know that you opened it a little bit?
No.
Because like what Jackie said in the beginning, because all of a sudden it enlightens you. If right now something is resonating with what I'm saying, and it's not my words, right? This is Torah words, it's the Alter Rebbe. If something is hitting a spot, it's because you're doing the work and you're getting closer to breaking that shell back to where you lost it. If right now any of this, and we're going to do an exercise again, but before I give you the exercise, I have to give you the steps. We're going to go and exercise a deep one. I told you, it broke me, but it repaired me. It broke me, but it found me. And I want to share it with you because it's a powerful one. Share it with your loved ones too. Okay? But we're just setting ourselves up right now. So if right now you feel a light, some kind of kindle, that this makes sense, you are slowly trickling back to that initial flame that Hashem deposited on you. Okay? We are all aflame. And the problem is that we get evaporated and we let life's darkness become our new. But in order to take a flame to keep burning, you need to create what? A wick and a keli, a vessel.
Right.
Yes. A wick to sustain the light, you need a wick to keep it flaming, and you need a vessel to keep it burning. What is that flame and wick and vessel? What is it? What is it? No, so our neshama is the flame. It
Yeah.
wants to go higher and higher. It's the untouched soul that's divine, that was never untouched, that was good, that was godly, that trusts, that loves, that, okay? It wants so badly to elevate upwards. Society, our challenges, our social pressures, whatever your crippled suit is, pulls it down to completely extinguish it or to keep it dim. You're going to answer those questions. To keep it dim. What do you need now to get it to flame? What do you need?
It's the whole
No, so-
trust and doing teshuvah.
Yes, so teshuva is the flame that wants to go up, but what will keep it grounded? What will keep it flaming? What will be the wick and the container to keep that neshama lighting?
Learning.
Yes, learning.
Torah.
Torah, Hashem, understanding Hashem will be the keli of keeping it up. You know why? Because it could be Rosh Hashanah. You could be in the darkest time of Tevet, where the light is the most dimmest, and you can feel spiritually up. Why? Because you are grounding yourself with the keli of Torah. There's no secret. The Torah, Hashem's, his essence, his gift to us will keep that container lighting that flame. Okay, but one second. That's the one part. Oh, so we're running out of time. I need to get to this exercise. Let's go back to the dark places. Okay. We need to go back to search for it. Moshe Rabbeinu said, Yidden, you want to go? No, Yidden, you want to go find the places that you lost it? We need to go back in the dark places. But before, no, one second. Big disclaimer. Before you go to these dark places, which we'll do this exercise if we have time, before we go to these dark places, number one rule, nobody can do this exercise with this number one rule, without this number one rule, okay? And it is have compassion for yourself. Don't do it. Don't go to the dark places. Don't go searching if you don't have compassion.
Thank God.
Do not do any. Compassion means like this. Hashem comes to the field. He has compassion for you because he sees that the soul that you're showing up to in the field is crippled. And so he has the compassion for you. So have compassion for yourself. Elul is a time that says, I don't want you to become something new. I want you to become to something that you are. So I see that life challenged you. I place those challenges in you. I'm not going to hold you accountable. Have compassion. You want to know what substance is the hardest substance in all of life? Does anybody want to know? Fun fact. What is the hardest thing that you cannot break as a substance? I'll tell you because we're running out of time. The pit of a peach. You could hammer it, you can break it. It will not break. You know what will break it? You know what will deposit what the seeds of the peach that need for the tree to grow that peach tree? No, so inside the peach, okay, there's a peach, right? What is this called? Then there's like a shell, and this shell you can't break open for the life of you. The only thing that will break it open is when you put it into the earth, which is soft and compassionate, and opens it up for the nutrients to go out. It's the only way to go back to your dark places is if you're gentle with yourself and if you're compassionate. After what we learned, and I know we learned it in like a Zoom of lightning, are we ready to do this exercise?
Yeah.
I need your consent.
Yes.
Okay. So let's grab a piece of paper. Okay. Let's grab a piece of paper. And again, compassion. We're going to go with a magnifying glass. And in Elul is before we can spiritually account, before we can move forward to the growth, we need to go back to what we lost. We need to go back to the places in order before we can go forward. We need to go searching before we can be found. Okay? Some people are like, Sarah, why are you making me go to dark places? Why are you making me go backwards? I did tshuva, I'm over it. I'm not doing it so that I'm shaming you. I'm doing it because I want you to have compassion and find what you once lost, okay? So here we go. We are going to pretend that we're entering a conference room, something like this, and every single version of yourself is there. Your child self, your adolescent self. You can even just close your eyes and imagine this. You're in a conference room, and every version of you is present. Little you, adolescent you, maybe. Oh, okay. So should maybe I do this this exercise next class?
Yes,
No, ça va, c'est sûr. C'est bon. I'm not gonna race through this. I know, so it's okay. We have the lines for it, okay? We're remembering, we're compassionate with each other.
I'm a cliffhanger.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not doing it, because I'm not gonna fast pace this. It's too big. It's too big. No, we're not doing it. What? No, I don't, but no, you know what it is? Homework for tonight, next week? Just invite to this conference room every version of yourself, your future self too, girls, okay? Every version of yourself is confident. That's it. We stop.
You know, it's like a lawyer, when he said that you're gonna divorce, okay? So say, what is the quality of your husband?
We're going searching, we're doing the deep work because again, Rosh Hashanah this year is gonna be different for all of us, and that's my blessing to you. B'ezrat Hashem, that Rosh Hashanah should be a big one. I do. Yes, I actually do, yes.
Les différentes versions du même, elle a dit on fait pas.
Non, on s'arrête. Ça veut dire quand tu étais petite fille,
Oui.
tu vas rentrer dans la chambre, tu vas penser à la petite fille qui était Fanny, right?
Okay,
That?
okay.
Tu vas penser à la teenager. Tu vas penser à the young mother. Janine, sorry.
Okay,
The young mother.
Alors,
The young mother, that was you. The newlywed, or even before, right? The newlywed, that was you. The young one. Tu vas penser à toutes les versions qui Et après, on va s'arrêter à ça. Rabbi Master, he's the guest speaker. Yeah.
So but we were saying like, we both do the same thing, like, always try to like fix everything, like you see what needs to be, done, always trying to like fix, but like. We do
No,
the
I,
same thing.
I
We're
always
very
feel like you think that you have to be done.
No, but it's like we see it, it's like we see them, and we don't wanna be like,
Like, look, my sister.
Like, we just like wanna take care of the problems.
And I got for them, I go to Orlando to see a guy that do transformation. I say, instead of doing that, I'm too sure. You don't have to buy the house.
what's your birthday? When's your birthday?
December
And what if you're an Aries, because it's this personality, and like strong.
Sagittarius.
Ah, claro, claro.